Welcome to TV20 Classic Sports. I'm your host, Christian Patterson. From all-star matchups to championship games, we've reached into the vault to bring back a part of Cleveland history. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of TV20 Classic Sports.
Well, just about set for a kickoff in this third game. We've had some good ball games all night long. In our midget game, the AFC was victorious 12-6 on a last couple plays on a 22-yard pass, and we had an exciting finish, and I'm sure this one will be just as exciting. I think it'll be a little bit high scoring as compared to the previous two games that we've had.
Again, the kids' age group in this league will be 15 to 17-year-olds, so I guess we shouldn't call them kids, we'll call them the teenagers, the senior league.
So we're just about set, waiting for the referee to give the signal to get this game underway, and we are. This one is going to be a high end-over-end kick. It's taken up by the NFC, and it was taken up by Gemilar Sturgis out of the Cadell Colts team, and so the NFC will have the football to start off with. And it'll be really interesting to see what they do at the line of scrimmage. One of the linemen, the center for the NFC, Dorenzo Turner, 6'1", 232 pounds, a 17-year-old, and he probably still has some growing left. So the NFC will have the football. First play from scrimmage, Frederick, the quarterback, dumps it off to one of the linemen who picks up quickly about 4 yards on the play. And this is where we're going to see that diversity. Instead of throwing to the receivers, you'll see passes to the running backs and the linemen.
Well, again, knowing Bernard Garrett and Kevin Mahoney, I'm sure what they're going to do is come out here and get some short passes, pick up a first downs, and then once that's established, look for him to go deep.
Well, we're going to have a down. The quarterback is down for a sack, and their good defensive pressure from number 19, John Baca. And Donnell Jackson just could not get anywhere.
Again, we talked earlier in the evening about the cleat situation. We've already had 2 players go down because of the wet grass.
Good snap. Frederick looking, fires a pass. That one's out of bounds, thrown into the sidelines. Frederick taking about a 2-step drop and then looking for his receiver to the outside and just firing it out of bounds.
Robbie Frederick played over at Luke Easter Park this fall for the Woodland Chiefs. His team won the Luke Easter Senior League Championship.
Play number 5. 4th down, play 5.
4th down, about 10 yards to go for the first down, and they will go for it. Frederick has a quick release, and he's shown it in the first couple of passes that he's thrown. Gets the snap, looks, flushed out, tosses a nice pass to the lineman. That is Dorenzo Turner. Turner picks up the first down and more. So good heads-up play there by the quarterback. Frederick looking for his center.
Remember this name, Dorenzo Turner. Played over at Hamilton Recreation Center. They talk about his defense, but we also see here he can catch the football.
Making the tackle was Stephen Garrison for the AFC. So the NFC gets their first down of the ball game, and they will look to try to strike into the end zone. Frederick looking back, looks to his right, fires a long one that's going for the corner, and that one's going to be caught for a touchdown. Oh my!
And it was a jump ball situation. Again, it looks like Lavelle Greer, 11th grader from West Tech, went up for it.
30-yard pass. Lavelle Greer. There you see Frederick had the heavy rush, and he just fired it up in the corner.
Adam, this guy has a strong arm. And he has some outstanding receivers here early in the game, we can see.
Frederick looking for the extra point, and in and out of the hands of 2 players. Maurice Greer was one of those players that had the opportunity to catch the football, just couldn't get onto it. Also Damian Crawford. So quickly the NFC jumps out on top 6-0 in this first quarter of play. Here's the replay of the catch.
See, everybody's up there jumping, but Lavelle Greer comes down with it. Again, they only have to have 1 foot in. NFC seniors up 6-0.
That was a great catch by Greer and also a very good pass by Robbie Frederick, throwing it in there. 30-yard touchdown play, and the NFC team has jumped out on top 6-0 in this first quarter of action here at Elder Field here at Brookside Park. And Tim, we were talking about possibly high-scoring affairs and airing it out, and so far we've seen that from the NFC team.
And again, a lot of these players that we see here go to the Cleveland Public Schools. As we go through the evening, we'll be identifying what schools. But a lot of kids have left this program and gone on to play in their high schools on the tackle level. Just some recent ones that come to mind. Charlie Pacheco over at Lincoln West is their starting quarterback. He played in the flag football program.
Well, there goes DeMont Daniels on the kick return. And the AFC will start it off about 5 yards before the mid-stripe. There's Daniels. Just overrunning his block, but did get one good block. And making the tackle was Corey Washington. They'll go with the reverse. The receiver's gonna fire. He's got a man open. Touchdown! Touchdown, Kevin O'Neill. On the end around, and the receiver threw it. So the AFC strikes back on one play to tie it up at 6.
Well, we're going to look at it here. Again, he went one way, and we can see here, long pass. It looks like Mark Schneider to Kevin O'Neill for the touchdown. A 50-yard pass by Mark Schneider from the Clark Cowboys.
And there, DeMont Daniels tried to run it in for the extra point, and the extra point failed, so we're tied up at 6. Boy, what a... Oh, no touchdown.
I think what's happened here is...
okay.
They had a penalty?
Yeah. No, they deflagged him at the 1.
Oh, they deflagged at the 1.
So no touchdown. So there goes Daniels. He'll run it in very easily for the touchdown.
So apparently the first one was not a touchdown. They did capture the flag on the 1. Number 1 comes back in here from the AFC, DeMont Daniels from Sterling, and picks up the touchdown.
There he picked up a great block from the lineman, and then he just raced for the corner. Now we're at 6 apiece. So now they'll go for the extra point. So they'll have one in the backfield. There goes Daniels. He looks and go for the end around. Goes to the corner, and that one is going to be good. So Kevin O'Neill scores the extra point.
And again, because they ran it in from the short yardage mark, they pick up 2 points.
So the AFC leads it 8-6. The lineman holding the blocks, and Kevin O'Neill was able to just roll into the end zone. So now we're at 8-6. The AFC leads it over the NFC. And just early on in this first quarter, we've seen some great offensive plays.
Well, Adam, we talked about scoring, and we're not even 10 plays into the first quarter. Both teams have shown the ability to score and score big.
There you see the AFC getting ready to kick off after scoring. This one is a high end-over-end kick. It's taken up at the 20, straight up the middle of the field, as Damian Crawford just went right up the gut.
Well, we can see here again, it's a nice kick, a lot of hang time. And this is strictly speed. You're going to see here he's looking for a block. He finds a crack in the seam. And again, missed tackles. Mark Schneider from Clark comes up to make the tackle about midfield.
So they'll have about 15 yards to go for the first down. And this will probably be the final play of the quarter. Frederick looking, going all the way. He's got a man there. And the pass was not caught by Damian Crawford. Oh, they go 14 plays for the quarter and the seniors.
We always used to say, well, why do we give the seniors 14? Obviously, number one, they're more conditioned for it. Again, we see the arm here of Robbie Frederick. And again, it was playing jump ball. Apparently, the coaches of the NFC feel that they have some big, tall receivers and might be able to pick up some touchdowns that way.
Let's see what Frederick can do on this second down. He's been going long range. That time he goes to the short pass, and that one is to Lorenzo Turner. And Turner picks up about 10 to 12 yards. He'll be shy of the first down. Turner coming out, and he's going to lose a little more than the flag there. Ripped the pants.
Well, we're going to look here. We see the big guy catch it over the middle, breaks to the outside. Again, when we talk to Lorenzo, his favorite team, the Cleveland Browns, and he likes the hitter, Eric Turner. Well, we have a timeout here.
13.
Again, we look at the senior flag football. Obviously, some of our viewers may say, hey, how do I get my kids into the flag football? Hey, Mom, pick up the phone and call your nearest recreation center. Around the 1st of August, they'll be looking to sign up for flag football. There's some possibilities that we're going to have some spring action, so you might want to check in the springtime for the older teenagers.
Robbie Frederick so far early in the ball games, 4 of 6 for 60 yards and 1 touchdown pass. Frederick, the quarterback, looking. He's going to roll to the near side, has a receiver. The pass is caught, and it is taken by Maurice Grayer. And Grayer's forced out of bounds at about the 4-yard line.
First down. Tuck the shirt in.
You can hear the officials. Tuck the shirt in. And again, right here, number 2 hits him up high, which really could have been called a rough. But obviously, the officials are right on top of it. Again, the players are urged to go for the flags. You're going to push them out in the hip area. Open hands.
Well, on the line is number 19, Donnell Jackson, as well as Lorenzo Turner and Gamalier Sturgis. They're the front line. They're trying to give Frederick a lot of opportunities to throw the football. Frederick so far having a very good game, throwing for 1 touchdown. Taking his time, calling the play. Fires inside the middle, almost intercepted by Kevin O'Neill. He had the ball right in his hands, Tim.
They threw it in the wrong spot. Kevin O'Neill, 11th grader, Jane Addams High School. I'm going to take a look here at the replay, and you know he's saying, oh, please, give me one more time.
Robbie Frederick, a 6 foot, 200 pound, 17-year-old from Woodland, goes to West Tech High School, and his favorite quarterback, Dan Marino. So that'll end the first quarter play on that last play. So the AFC leads it over the NFC 8-6 after 1 quarter of play here at Elder Field. And we've seen a lot happening, especially in the air. Long passes, nothing short, no running game here.
And for our viewers, at halftime, our special guest is going to Tom Minotis. He is the committee chairman of the flag football program, and he'll be talking about why it was all put together and what kind of things are happening with the flag football program that you've been watching here on CLV TV 35.
All total yards so far after the first quarter, the NFC 84, the AFC 54. Second down situation. They look to roll out, and Damian Crawford trying to get to the corner but couldn't get there as he was forced out by a couple of players.
We're going to see the replay here. A lot of hard hitting in this game. Again, we're looking at the seniors, 15-17. Nice spin move was number 6, Stephen Garrison from Kavasic Recreation, that knocked him out of bounds.
Robbie Frederick, the quarterback, looking, slant pattern inside, could not connect through behind the receiver. Had good intentions because the receiver was right underneath the coverage.
And again, we look here, it's a nice pass right over into the seam. Sure, it's timing, and again, we need to keep in mind that they've had one practice with these coaches. Again, we're bringing teenagers from all over the city that have been involved in their recreation centers flag football programs.
Frederick barking out the signals. Now he's rolling under the heavy rush, looks for the corner, and he's going to be dropped for about a loss of yardage there. Good defensive play there by the AFC. On the play for the AFC, John Baca.
Well, we can see here a lot of pressure was number 19, John Baca, that came in and put a lot of pressure on him, and number 2 comes up to make the tackle, but it was really number 19, John Baca, that really made that play happen, as well as Earl Calhoun from Michael Zone that came up to make the tackle. Again, Earl, number 2, he is a 10th grade student at Cleveland Central Catholic.
That's my old stomping grounds.
The Ironmen.
So the AFC will have the football. They go with the reverse. Quarterback going back. The receiver, Schneider, is going to run, and he's finally brought down after he picks up about 5 yards. But I believe there is a flag on the play.
Now, that was a gutsy call. I mean, normally if a Bill Belichick called a reverse from the 1 yard line, I think the boos would have came all the way to Brookside Park, Adam.
Well, that's one thing, you know, that Bill Belichick will not call for a reverse, especially that deep in their own territory. Bill's more like Metcalf up the middle. Hope he doesn't watch this. I'll never get back into Cleveland Stadium. Oh, they take it back about halfway.
Hurdling on the offense. Half the distance to the goal line. First down over. First down over.
Okay, so we had a hurdling call.
And again, that was on Mark Schneider, the quarterback, when he came around to avoid a little hurdle.
There goes Schneider again as he trying to really get out deep in their own territory, trying to get some yardage to try to set the offense up and maybe work some passes.
And that looked like DeMont Daniels, number 1. Look here, again, a lot of good blocking up front. It's number 20. Turn around, look, where are you at? Come on, follow me, I'll give you some room. You can see he just mowed over that one guy, but it was number 1, DeMont Daniels from Sterling Recreation. Again, 5'6", 120 pounds. 9th grader from the Bombers of East High.
Daniels, the quarterback, setting up with really a tight formation. They'll have 4 blockers. Daniels is looking to throw. He's going to uncork one, but there was nobody in the vicinity. That was actually the only player that was in the vicinity, and he was on the NFC team. So really, we've seen a lot of airing out of the long passes.
Well, we're going to look here, and again, look at the blocking, number 21 and number 20. They've been going at it early here in the ball game on the line, but he gives his quarterback time. But again, he overthrew.
Well, there goes Daniels. He's running. He's got some room. He cuts back to the inside, and he's finally brought down. And a very good play there on the defense by one of the linebackers. So Daniels getting deep out of their own territory. It's a 4th down. They'll be short of the first down by about 3 yards. So Daniels talking to his teammates in the huddle. All they need to do is get a couple of yards. Watch for the center. He could blow open a little bit of a hole for him to run through. Daniels is looking to run. He does not get the first down. He's going to be shy of the first down, just by about a yard. Good defensive stand there by the AFC. Here's the replay.
Well, you're taking a look at it again. See Delmont try to get to the outside. Nice spin move, but he would have no part of it. Nice tackle by the NFC player.
Maurice Grayer on the play. So the ball will turn over, and they go to the inside pitch. And that one was to Damian Crawford. And Crawford may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Yes, we are the All-American City. The city of Cleveland has come back again with the award. Their outstanding work here in the city, building work the Cleveland Public Schools as well as community relations. A lot of us look at the city of Cleveland and you hear about the great things that are going on. It's really a tribute to its citizens because really they're the heart and soul of the city.
So Frederick was looking to pass inside the end zone, and the pass was incomplete. So we'll have a third down situation. So they go to a no huddle offense. Bobby Frederick, the quarterback. High snap, fires over to the side, and there is Dorenzo Turner once again. He's been the big key receiver for this NFC team, getting those short passes off the line of scrimmage.
Well, we look here again, all are in shotgun formation. Number 21 comes out. That play's been open for him all day so far. And Dorenzo Turner, he's picking up little chunks of yardage, 10, 12 yards a crack.
Sometimes your center is your most deadliest player. Frederick looking to fire. That one was blocked partially. That is short of the mark.
You know, Adam, a lot of times the high school coaches call us down at City Hall and say, Tim, why didn't you tell us about this? You know, these are the kind of guys we're looking at. But truthfully, one of the first questions the high school coach always asks about a potential player is academics. And we can look out here at all these players that play, and we've been mentioning honor roll and merit roll. But really what it's all about is you need to have the academics before we even look at athletic ability.
Well, you look at Dorenzo Turner, 6'1", 232, and he's got some nice hands. You could possibly look at him not as just a lineman in high school, but possibly a tight end. And you look at some of the kids playing high school football, they'll have that kind of size.
Absolutely.
So the AFC will have the football. There you see Clements, or Demont Daniels, and there it is, Dorenzo Turner on the defensive play. So he's doing it on both sides of the football.
Well, the coach told us before the game, he's our Michael Dean Perry. He's the guy that's going to come in there, put some pressure on him. He's going to get some sacks, and there ain't no one guy going to block him. And so far, what he has said has really happened. Let's go in the huddle. Let's hear what the coach has to say.
Don't take a sack.
Just air it out. Just air it out. Just hey, listen. Just throw it up. You in with line them up on the same side. Drums. Yeah. You in too.
You gotta give us some blocking up front, baby. We need some blocking up front, y'all, please.
You in too. Kev, you just burn your man. Just burn him. Just throw it.
See if you
Throw it
get
to
your
the
man.
sideline.
Everybody get tight.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Let's play.
Now, that's all the coach's dreams, you know. Let's just block up. Just please block, and you burn them, and we're going to get it to them.
They are deep in their own territory, and if you notice, you look at the defensive. The defense is playing back in deep center field. They're looking for that long pass, and the quarterback, all he wants, and that's going to go through the end zone over the quarterback's head.
They should rule it a safety, but I'm sure the officials will get together, and we're going to look at our official, and I'm sure that's what he's going to tell us. And I have to believe it would have been a safety. I haven't seen any signal go up.
At the end of the first half of play.
Well, when we come back, we'll be able to tell them, Adam, exactly what it is, I'm sure, from the officials, but obviously it has to be a safety.
So I believe that is what's going to be. And we will take this break. It's halftime here at Elder Field. You're watching TV35 Sports.
In our hands rests the ability to lift those who have fallen, to comfort those who are troubled, to guide those who could be lost. It is the greatest power we hold, and there is no greater way to make it felt than through your united way, working harder than ever to make a lasting impact in the lives of the needy and in the hopes of your entire community. Please support your united way.
And we're at halftime here at Elder Field. The score 8-8. When we concluded the first half, the referee did not give a decision, but it was a safety, so the score is tied between the AFC and the NFC at 8 apiece. We'll now go to Desiree Powell, who's got an interview guest.
Hi, we're here at halftime of the senior City of Cleveland flag football program. We're here with Tom Minotis, the center manager for Zone Recreation Center, but he's also in the capacity of chairman of the City of Cleveland Recreation's flag football program. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing good, Des. Thank you.
Good. Thanks for being with us tonight. As chairman of the City of Cleveland flag football program, what are the responsibilities taking on chairman?
Basically, Des, the responsibilities of the committee, which include like 7 members, are getting the organization together for all the different leagues, which we have 26 different leagues in the city, 122 different teams, and over 1,500 participants. So getting everything organized from that, from the equipment, training of the officials, helping recruit volunteers, getting the fields ready at all these sites. It's quite a job for everybody to do.
I would say that is a big job. But how does it feel being out here tonight, looking at the All-Star game and seeing the children actually participating in the championship rounds and the All-Star games, and to see your hard work put into action out on the field?
I think everybody on the committee feels really good to see the end product of all their hard work.
Okay, so you're getting increased participation year after year?
We have about a 400 participant increase over 1993.
Okay, that's a great job. But also being center manager of Zone Recreation Center, is there anything you can tell the viewers as far as what's upcoming for programming within Zone Recreation Center for the winter as well as into 1995?
At the Zone Center, we're looking at in November starting our youth soccer program, which will be followed by our in-house basketball program similar to the flag football program. In the areas of aquatics, a water polo team starting on a citywide play, a number of the other different activities that are non-traditional activities. Game room, a dart team, we're looking forward to get into a bowling machine. So a number of new and different things.
Well, thank you for coming out. It's great to see chairman taking a part and being active in the role and seeing the final product out on the field. Congratulations and good luck in the future.
Thank you very much, Des.
Thanks. Back to more flag football.
To reach out to one individual is to embrace all humanity. To open the eyes of one child is to broaden the possibilities of every generation. It is the compassion that lives within each of us. It is the spirit that unites us all. The very spirit that has the dedicated volunteers and nonprofit organizations of your United Way working harder than ever. Please support your United Way.
And we're back. We're almost set for the third quarter, the second half of action here in our AFC NFC Seniors All-Star Flag Football game. We're all tied up at 8 apiece, and you look at some of the total yards in this game. The NFC 94 yards, the AFC 53 yards, and the NFC will be kicking off to the AFC, and we will also have a special guest in our area as we talk as we go into this third quarter, Joe Wise. So the kick goes out of bounds, and when we talk with Joe Wise, we'll be talking about the Muni Football League. You see a lot of products in the high schools out in the area that started off in the Muni Football League.
Jeff, can you tell us a little bit about, obviously these kids are too old for Muni football, but the kids that we saw earlier, a lot of them will look to get into tackle. Maybe just briefly, can you tell us a little bit on Muni football?
Okay, presently we have 45 teams in the city of Cleveland. And of course, these teams extend from the west to the east side, whereas in particular communities around rec centers, you will find football teams. However, anyone viewing this and feel that their child is interested in playing tackle football, they can contact us at Cleveland Recreation Department. You can either call Nate Mumphrey at 664-2323 or Joe Wise at 664-2322.
There, Mark Schneider completing the pass to Emmanuel Cox. And when you look at the Muni Football League and some of the players that have come out in the past, right now you have a current player that's over at St. Ignatius of Ramadi Parker, and then there has been some notable names to come out of the Muni Football League.
In past years, we've had about 6 or 7 pros come out of the league. The veteran of the pros would be a Darryl Talley at Buffalo Bills, Tim McGee, who was at Cincinnati, Anthony Morgan, played for the Green Bay Packers now, and there are others.
There goes the quarterback Schneider. He's got some blocks. He's continuing to roll. Still on his feet. Nobody has gotten him. Now they finally do, as he picks up about 30 yards on the run. Schneider with a great run on the quarterback keeper.
Again, Mark Schneider, we mentioned his name earlier. He's a 10th grader at University School. And we look here at the replay. Give the credit to number 20 and 21. He's following his blockers. And again, you can see here, if the blockers continue, he has a possible touchdown. It was number 20, C.B. Watkins, and number 21, Benji Ramos from Michael Zone that gave Mark Schneider the way to the end zone.
Schneider looking over the defense, trying to get his AFC team in. He's rolling out to the right. He's looking to pass. He's got nowhere to go. Now he fires it, and it's intercepted by the NFC team, and that interception was made by Lavelle Grayer.
Again, you can see they had a lot of pressure on Mark Schneider that time, Adam. And again, when you're dealing with outstanding quarterbacks, the key is pressure. You want to make them throw it when they don't want to, and you can see here that it was Dorenzo Turner putting a lot of pressure on to create it. And we've got the interception by number 7 from the NFC, which was Damian Crawford.
So Crawford doing a little bit on both sides of the football, and the NFC will have the football as we are tied up at 8 apiece here at Elder Field at Brookside Park. Short little swing pass, and that one is dropped.
Joe, when we mentioned Muni football, briefly, can you tell us, I know there's 3 different divisions, can you give the ages and maybe the weight limits? So if mom and dad's thinking, hey, maybe the flag is beyond, we want to go to tackle, they have some idea if they'll qualify.
Okay, we do have 3 age groups, the youngest being 8 to 10 years of age, and they cannot exceed 100 pounds. The next division is the Pee-wee, which is 11 and 12-year-old, and they cannot exceed 123 pounds. And our heaviest weight is bantamweight, which is 13 and 14, and they cannot exceed 146 pounds.
Robbie Frederick getting the short swing pass, but there was a flag on the play.
On the defense, 8 men on the field, the penalty is declined, first down.
So the NFC will get the first down. Couldn't get the substitution in and out of the field in time before the ball was snapped. So the NFC will continue. They look to pass. It's going to be intercepted, and it's intercepted by Demont Daniels, who came in underneath the coverage on the pass to make the pickoff. Demont Daniels from East High.
Well, we can see here we've had 2 key turnovers early. Overthrows number 21, and it was number 1, Demont Daniels from Sterling. We've been calling his name all night. Again, a little water bug, 5'6", 120 pounds. A lot of speed.
Mark Schneider, the quarterback, looking, rolls, and he's running. He's still on his feet, spins one, and he is finally brought down. And I believe that was Lavelle Grayer making the tackle for the NFC.
Joe, a kind of special year. We go back in history. Obviously, I know you've got to feel proud. Can you share it with our viewers?
Yes, checking back in history, of course, we found that this year will be our 75th anniversary. And of course, we want to make it special in that we lost our president, Mr. Wally Ferrier, who was probably with the league some 40-odd years. And of course, we plan to make a special commemoration for Mr. Ferrier.
You know, Adam, maybe just for some history thought, we're looking here, let's take a look at Mark Schneider. We talk about outstanding athletes. Again, we're looking at the replay. And again, it was number 10. You can see here, follow the blocker. Hey, I'm staying with you all the way.
That's what you have to do. Now they're just knocking on the door. It is a 3rd down situation. Schneider rolling to his right, has the corner, and he gets in for the touchdown. So the AFC goes out on top, 14-8.
Well, we've been talking AFC all night, and we're in the AFC City, and Mark Schneider does a little fake pump, gives him just enough time to sneak into the corner of the end zone and put his team ahead. by a score of 14-8 as they'll go for the conversion. Again, if they run it in, it's worth 2. A pass would be worth 1.
Schneider gets the snap. Looks, he's getting some great blocks. He's got the corner once again, but I don't think he made it this time. No, he didn't. He was just short. Good defensive play there by the NFC.
Well, here's the replay. You're the viewer. You tell us. Is he in?
14,
or is he not?
14-8.
Good defensive play, just bumping him out of bounds just before the cone.
And again, you can see it was clean. Nothing was high, therefore no roughing. So far, we've looked at Mark Schneider, 61 yards passing, 52 yards on the ground. Already in the third quarter, 113 yards of total offense.
And right now, as you see the score, 14-8, the AFC seniors lead it over the NFC. Somewhat of a high-scoring ball game. Also with us up here is Joe Wise, talking about tackle football and the Muni Football League in Cleveland.
So maybe a little trivia question, and we'll ask you the answer in a few plays for our viewers. You've talked about professional athletes. The most recent one to come out of Muni football. For our viewer, the question: this player is now playing in pro football for the Washington Redskins.
Oh, I know that one. That's simple.
Tell us, who is he?
Desmond Howard, Heisman Trophy winner out of the University of Michigan.
A product of Muni football?
Muni football. He played for, at that time, was called St. Tim's.
And that team has always had a reputation of putting out some good football teams.
Excellent football players as well.
Yes, definitely.
Now, Joe, is there any players that maybe played in tackle football but now are in another pro sport that are playing today?
We have one that comes to name, and that's Oakley. He plays for the New York Knicks
That's a very
basketball team.
familiar name that we hear about in Cleveland, Charles Oakley. Frederick looking to throw for the long pass, and that one is intercepted by Demont Daniels after he got a great tip on the defensive play by Kevin O'Neill. So it'll be first down for the AFC, and they come up with another big turnover.
Well, we look here at the replay again. You can see a lot of pressure. Again, throws off the wrong foot. We got a ball up in the air, tipped. And there it is, number 1, Delmont Daniels comes up with the interception.
He's come up with a couple of good plays, and Daniels picking up the INT in the AFC in business once again.
First down over.
So let's see what they can do. Oh, that one's striked away by John Baca off the...
Tell me those guys ain't pumped up. John Baca comes up with one of the biggest plays of the ball game. He played over at Kirtland Park for the Sterling Rams. We've been talking turnover after turnover here in the second half. We can see the pressure by the defensive lineman. Give me that football, I'll take it. You can see that's exactly what he did. He picked the quarterback's hand, and he's going to run right here in the end zone and put the AFC up by 2 touchdowns. John Baca, there he is from the Sterling Rams, 12th grader at Max Hayes High School.
So now they quickly jump out to a 20-8 lead, getting 16 unanswered points as Schneider goes in for the extra point. And he runs it in for 2.
Mark Schneider. You know, one of the things you always look for when you play in these tough ball games is big plays, and you can see here that was a big play by John Baca. Again, it put the AFC up by 2 touchdowns, and Adam, the streak is looking good right now. We've had 2 AFC victories and an AFC city. We got 1 to go.
One team, 1 game left. You're absolutely right.
Joe, what about if there's an organization or a community group out there that may want to get into a tackle football program? I'm sure that there's a dime deadline that they really need to get in touch with you, not to be coming in whatever month it may be. So if someone sees and says, you know, I want to coach tackle football, I want to get a team together, what should they do? Mary.
Well, here we are to set the kickoff, which is high end over end, and that one will go out of bounds. And I believe the NFC team will have the option of where they will take the ball.
Okay, Joe, again, while we got you back here, can you tell us anyone that would be interested in putting a tackle football team together, what do they have to do?
Okay, in the year of 1995, we're requesting any new team that might be interested in coming into Muni football to contact City Hall by January 31st. After that deadline, they would not be accepted, simply because, number one, we want teams to be able to show proof that they have equipment. And of course, the next thing is, right now we have 45 teams, and we will have to put a limit to the number of teams we receive next year.
Now, obviously, Joe, other than the guys that are playing the tackle football, are the girls involved?
Oh, definitely. We cannot forget the girls. Right now, we have a total of 268 cheerleaders participating, and we have 26 teams, different teams, representing their respective football teams. And since you mentioned that, come November 4th at Lincoln West High School, we will have cheerleader competition night, whereby the cheerleaders will perform. Of course, I don't know when this will be aired, but hopefully it'll be aired before then. Anyone would like to see a good show, please come to Lincoln West Friday night, November 4th, 6 o'clock p.m. for cheerleader competition.
At the end of the third quarter of play.
Well, we can see here this is the end of the third quarter play. It comes up. It was number 4 from the AFC, Gomeler Sturgis.
That was Damian Crawford getting the short swing pass to end the third quarter. And the AFC had a very big third quarter. They lead it 22-8 over the NFC. And when you look at Schneider, 113 yards total offense.
Well, Joe, we want to thank you for coming by. And please spend special thanks to all the people that really make it happen in Muni football, including your assistant director, Nate Mumphrey, and his staff below him that's really made it all work for you.
Thank you, Mr. Wells.
We're getting set for the fourth quarter of action here. Steve Garrison, 5 solo tackles for the AFC. That short pass is dumped over to Gamalier Sturgis for the short pickup of a yard or two. And Sturgis, one of the linemen, getting the pass.
Well, we're going to look here at the replay again. NFC, Gamalier Sturgis. Nice spin move. And again, you can see the AFC is playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Well, there was a flag on the play, and it looks like it may go on the NFC.
You got the offense lined up, offsides, penalty is declined. Third down, play number 2.
So it'll be third down for the NFC, which is looking to get on track. They scored first, but have not been able to get much going. Pass is caught by Dorenzo Turner. And this young man has some great hands, the center on the team.
He plays with a lot of aggressive style, a lot of commitment. You can see it here as you look at the replay.
Justin Ferguson, just a little lob pass up the middle, but a great catch. Some great athletic ability there by Dorenzo Turner.
No, he made a mistake. When I told him he made a
So they pick up the first down.
He said he made a mistake.
And there goes Ferguson looking to pass, goes to the left side, and that one is caught by Damian Crawford. And Crawford, besides losing his flag, he lost his pants.
Hey, let me tell you, when they came out here, they weren't wearing just shorts and those pants. They got 2 pairs of socks on. They got the toss-up cap. They're ready to play.
Tried to get a little bit extra yardage and is just short. But we're going to have a penalty, looks like against the NFC.
Yeah, holding. Number 10, offense. Repeat, first down.
So Edward Jackson is the guilty party of the hold for the NFC. So it'll be first down and about 21 yards to go. Quarterback looking to fire. That's Frederick. He goes to the right side, and the pass is caught. touchdown NFC. So they're trying to get back into this ball game.
Well, the NFC needed a score here, and they picked the right time to do it. You can see that one of the things is we've been talking about the quarterback situation. Here it's number 20, CB Watkins. Throws it up, and he's looking. End zone, number 12.
Lavelle Grayer with the touchdown pass and the reception. So now they'll go for the extra point. Frederick looking, is flushed out of the pocket, throws crossfield, and coming up with the football is Dorenzo Turner. He does it with such ease. He just came in there and just took the football away. There you see Frederick. He was flushed out of the pocket. Good rush there by Robert Light. And he threw a crossfield against his body. That takes a strong arm. The ball was tipped up, and Turner just comes up and grabs it. Total yards so far in this ball game, the NFC 146 to the AFC's 128. And the score right now, 22-15. The AFC out on top.
Right here, MVP right here, man.
Which child deserves to be read to? This one? Or is it this one? Which child will learn to use a toothbrush? Who will have a chance to sing? The choice is yours. Volunteer for Head Start. With your help, more low-income preschool children can get what other children already have. Change the world of a child, and you change the world.
We've got traffic backed up.
Come on.
Slow all the way to Maple.
I've got to get out of here.
Still no apparent cause. Park Road is much slower.
What were you thinking of?
Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
How fast were you?
You knew you were driving too fast. So how are you going to answer their questions?
What's going to happen to Grandma?
LaVere Grayer just kicks that one, and that one goes out of bounds. So the AFC will have the option of either taking it out of bounds or at the midfield stripe. And it looks like they will take it at midfield. So they'll have very good starting position.
Now, one of the things here, and this is a key situation, they've kicked the ball out of bounds, which means they had their choice of where it went out at midfield. But because it was kicked out of bounds, and the receiving team never touched the ball, our flag football rules state that you do not count it as a play. So right now we're going to be on play number 5.
So first down at midfield, the AFC with the football. They are leading it 22-15. Mark Schneider, the quarterback, has had a couple of good runs. Heavy rush, looks, fires, flag is thrown, the ball's thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, he jumped up like that.
So we'll have to see what the referee will call for the foul. There you see Schneider, heavy rush. And he was calm and cool in the pocket.
Now, you know he wasn't deliberately throwing that ball out, was he?
I don't think so.
No.
He was looking for a receiver.
Now, when he sees this, he's going to tell you, look, I knew no one was open. Hey, that's what you're supposed to do. There was a receiver over there. Save the sack.
Looks like the AFC will be penalized. We'll get our call from our referee.
At number 5 offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, repeat first down.
So Schneider gets called for hurdling, and that'll push them another 10 yards back from the spot of the foul. So they need to go 40 yards for the first down.
Absolutely.
Schneider, the quarterback, looks to run. He's got some room. He's got a block. And he's finally brought down. And Lavelle Grayer making the tackle for the NFC. Nothing fancy there. It's straight snap to the quarterback, and Schneider runs.
And really, a lot of people say, well, he had 40 yards. What's he running for? Hey, it's first down. We've got 4 cracks. He comes up here and he picks up a good 15 yards for his team to put him in a position where they don't have to go the length of the field. Obviously, the defense was playing back.
Grayer will have a second down. They've got about 25 yards to go for a first down. Rolling, good heavy rush. The pass is caught, and the pass was completed to Watkins on the little short dump pass to the guard, one of the linemen.
Play number 7.
So this will be a third down situation. Third down and long. But with Schneider, he's got the arm to throw it far, and he also has the quickness to run the football. Schneider looking back, another heavy rush. Looking to throw, looks, throws cross field, and the pass is going to be incomplete. Very good call by the official there on the sideline.
Now, you know that was a tough throw. Again, rolling to his right, wanted to throw back across the middle. You, the viewer, make the call. Is this a catch? We'll take a look at it.
Good play by Baca, but just could not hang on to the football.
See in the corner, ball did hit the ground. It was a good call by the official, Sam Woodfolk. And truthfully, Adam, we're here in a punt situation. They've declared fourth down, they're going to punt. No rush.
So John Baca will be kicking it. This one's a high one. He will go for the corner. And it's finally picked up by number 8, and that is Maurice Grayer. Grayer streaked down the sideline.
Hey, looks like Mom got hit over there. That's one of the great things about flag football. We get right up on the sideline. We get a little push here. No, missed tackle by Schneider. Little push out of bounds. And someone was out there playing.
39-yard return on the punt.
I can see Mom going home and saying, I really didn't want to do that.
But that's one of the fun things about this, that you have so many people come out here, get involved, and I'm sure she wasn't trying to get involved in the game.
I know it wasn't that way. Them poor photographers on the sideline, but here we got Mom getting nailed. Hey, Mom, we totally understand.
So the NFC will have a first down situation off the punt. Timeout is called by the AFC.
Maybe
AFC
we can get Mom on camera over here shortly and ask her how she is and make sure she's okay.
I think she's checking herself out, and I think she seems all right.
We've talked about the parents that get out here and support. It's really a tremendous thing. We look here and we're going to see the replay. We're partially blocked out, but there we see Mom getting pulled down, and hopefully everything's okay. But truthfully, it really is a credit to the parents that are out here tonight, especially for the teenage young men and young ladies. They need that support. They need to know that you're out there.
Coach is out.
All you guys, Addy.
Wait for the whistle, all right?
Well, after the timeout, there you see some of the parents that are here.
There we go, a little support. Want to thank the moms. Well, mom said I'm okay. We just got word from our crew.
Bobby Frederick throws the pass, and it is caught. The pass is caught by Maurice Grayer, who dove into the end zone for the touchdown pass. 36 yards on the pass, and look at Maurice
this catch.
Grayer.
Wide open, fully extended, touchdown, NFC. We've got a 1-point ball game. Now, Coach Adam, are we going to run it in here for the win, or are we going to go for the tie?
Well, I like Auburn football, and that's conservative, so we'll go for the tie. So let's see what Robbie Frederick can do. Go for the sure bet, at least go for the tie, instead of being forced to go for the score. Long count by Frederick. Gets the snap, looks, rolls, throws cross field. He's got a man open.
Okay, we've got a tie ball game. It went to number 7. Damian Crawford, the Hamilton Cowboys. We'll look here at the replay. A little bit of pressure. He's going to roll to his left, but he's going to throw to his right. There it is. It's a jump ball, and it comes down to Damian Crawford. It's a tie ball game, AFC, NFC.
And one thing on that play was the quarterback was rolling back, and he threw it while he was going in the opposite direction. So we're all tied up at 22 in this fourth quarter. We said it was going to be a high-scoring affair. As you look at the huddle for the AFC, some of the coaches there.
You said we tied. What's the score? Don't worry about it.
So we're all tied up at 22 as we're getting close to the end of the ball game.
You know, Adam, we've had some great action here tonight, but these things don't happen without the people behind the scenes. Our stat crew over here, Ken Sharp, Tom Notice, as our usual annual tradition, they've said hello to Mom. They want to send their greetings. Mom, we're freezing. We're looking forward to coming home. I hope you have the hot meal ready for us.
Now the NFC will be kicking off. This one is going to be a long end-over-end kick. It's taken up by the AFC. They'll run it towards the near sideline. That is Kevin O'Neill, and he's brought down about the 25-yard line as O'Neill quickly ran to the sideline.
Well, we'll take a look at the replay here, and we see it's number 8 of the AFC, Kevin O'Neill.
Made a nice move right there. Stopped and then cut to the outside. So the AFC will have the football as we are tied up at 22. In a first down situation. Mark Schneider, who plays for the Clark Cowboys, and a student at University School, is the quarterback. That one is a miscommunication. The receiver trying to go with the end around went right into the quarterback as they tried the end around.
Well, we're going to look here, and obviously we've got miscommunication. I'm sure number 6, Mark was looking for him to go wider. He was looking to go inside. One of the things that's impressed me about Mark Schneider here tonight is he seems to keep his poise. Even when things go wrong, you see him calmly keep. You need that in a leader.
Schneider gets a heavy rush, and he's going to be sacked for a loss.
We can see they're putting that pressure on now, Adam. Here comes the NFC.
Number 4, Gamalier Sturgis coming in for the sack. That's a big play. And we've got a third down situation for the AFC. The AFC's been fortunate throughout the ball games. They've won all the ball games. Schneider looking to throw. Flag is thrown. He fires a long pass. That one is intercepted. And the pass is intercepted by number 8 of the NFC, Maurice Grayer. And the NFC all night long has put that heavy rush on Schneider.
We look here, and it's number 21. Lorenzo Turner flushing him out.
First down, goal. Last play of the game. Last play of the game.
Well, let's see what happens. We've had the midget game go down to a last play, and this one will also possibly go down to the last play. We're tied at 22. Robbie Frederick, the quarterback, and we'll just sit it down.
Okay. Right now we're seeing that the senior all-stars congregating out in the field. I'm sure the officials are going to be checking with score. Are we going to go? Are we not going to go?
At the end of the Senior League All-Star Game, the score. AFC All-Stars 22, NFC All-Stars 25.
Okay, now apparently we got to check our scoring. They're saying it's 25-22.
No, that cannot. We'll take a break right now. We'll come back, and once we get this all settled down, we'll take this break right now.
Okay.
And welcome back to Elder Field. We are going into overtime, a 22-22 tie between the AFC and NFC. Tim, let's talk about the overtime rules for this game.
Well, we're going to basically follow the high school rule. There'll be a coin flip that we're going to be going to, and they'll have their choice to take defense or offense, whoever wins. They'll be starting on the 10-yard line. They'll have 4 downs unless there's a turnover. Okay? We're looking at Jim Clark. And he's already made it clear that the NFC has won the toss, and they're taking offense. Now, if they score, the offense scores, they'll have their try for the extra point, but the defense will have its opportunity. Now, if the NFC doesn't score in these 4 tries and the AFC scores, the game would be over. Now, if this series we still end up in a tie, we will declare this a tie ball game.
Okay, so each team will have at least one shot at getting a scoring opportunity. So it'll be either all or nothing, and the NFC will have the football to start off in this overtime period. At one point in the game, we had a 22-8 game. Then the NFC came back with a couple of touchdowns, and they finally tied it up at 22-22. So we're going to the overtime period, and the NFC, if you look at the way the teams have been playing, the AFC has really not done much since the half, and the NFC in the second half has been able to really get on the scoreboard and come back and fight. It'll be very interesting to see what the NFC will do. They were able to score last, and they'll have the football first in this overtime period.
Okay, now, one thing, Adam, remember, the defense can score here. So if the defense intercepts it and runs it back, this ball game is over.
First down overtime, wait for the whistle.
So Robbie Frederick is the quarterback. The NFC has the football. He's looking to roll out, and he's going to scramble, throws cross field, and touchdown NFC as the pass was caught by Lavelle Grayer. Grayer getting the pass in the middle when Robbie Frederick rolled to the outside and threw straight in. But as Tim was saying, now the AFC will have one opportunity.
We'll look here at the replay again. Robbie Frederick going to throw across the field. And again, it's to Mr. Grayer, Lavelle Grayer, their cousins. You can see they've scored the touchdown in the overtime.
And the extra point does not count. So the NFC leads it now 28-22.
Okay, now the defense here now will have its opportunity. Now, if they turn over the ball, we have an interception, the game's over. If the defense scores, then they'll have their try for extra point.
And they'll have 4 downs to try to get it into the end zone.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at it.
That way we can think it's going that way. Yeah, they're going to think, for this one play, let me run this one. Set them up, one shoot east side, one shoot the draw, one shoot over there. Everybody gonna make a hole while we take out the whole side over there. It's easy. Come on, baby. Come on.
So it looks like the AFC, from what we've been able to gather from the coaches, load up one side and just power the football in.
So it looks like they're going to try to run the football here. Let's see if it works for him.
Mark Schneider, very quick running. He's got the hole, he's running, he's inside, and he's brought down about 3 yards shy of the end zone. But they do have another opportunity. It's only second down, and that is actually a very good play because they gained a good amount of yardage.
Well, we look at the replay. Nice blocking. Up the middle. Again, defense is playing back. Wants to stop the touchdown. Now on the 3-yard line.
Schneider has done a very good job this evening at his quarterback position. Gets the snap, is looking for the corner. He's going to run with it. He's got a block to the outside, and he gets, does he get in, or is he going to be a yard short? He's going to be a yard, maybe a half yard short of the end zone. So Schneider, the quarterback, number 5.
Well, let's take a look at it. We can see here Benji Ramos come up with some big blocks. Offensive line, got to get to the outside. Game-saving tackle right here by number 12.
Lavelle
Greer.
We've called his name a couple of times on defense. So we've got a 3rd down situation, about 1 yard to go. Schneider's in for the touchdown. They call the touchdown, so right now we are tied up at 28.
So right here, this is going to be the ball game, Adam. If we get in, whether it's a pass or a run, it's all over, and the AFC has won the game. Otherwise, we're going to declare it a tie.
Baco made a great block from his center position that allowed Schneider to get into the end zone for the touchdown. So this is the extra point. It's all or nothing. Schneider looks to run, and he is sacked at the line of scrimmage, and that will be it for the ball game as the overtime period is over, and it is a 28-28 tie.
But when we come back, we're going to speak to 2 of the outstanding players in this great senior league action.
And we'll come back. You're watching TV35 Sports.
A lot of people have disabilities, but you don't always know. Like me, I have dyslexia.
I used to avoid people with disabilities. Then I met Esther and Elizabeth, who were just like everybody else, except they're hearing impaired. We've become good friends.
In Girl Scouts, the focus is on my abilities.
I never knew I could do so much until I became a Girl Scout.
Girl Scouting is for every girl.
As a former Scout, I'd like to encourage girls to take advantage of all that Scouting offers. I learned through Girl Scouts to have leadership skills, to serve my community, and I made lasting friendships. Through field trips, camping, and public service, Scouting encourages girls to discover the world around them. Best of all, girls become a part of the Girl Scouts community, and that's a community with a strong tradition of making today's girls productive women of tomorrow.
Hi, we're here at the conclusion of an exciting senior flag football game. Tied score 28-28. We have 2 of the most valuable players here, 1 offense, 1 defense. First of all, we have Robbie Frederick here, who is the MVP for the offensive. You had 16 attempts, 11 catches, 145 yards total, and 2 touchdowns. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What school do you attend, and how old are you?
West Tech High School, and I'm 17.
17. How many years have you been playing within the city flag football program?
Long time, about 10 years, something like that.
With this being a tied game, what were you thinking about during the overtime?
We just wanted to play hard, and still have fun, but, well, it came out a tie game, but that's all right, though. It was kind of messed up score, but it's all right.
Congratulations. And back over to the most valuable defensive player, Mr. DeMont Daniels. And DeMont, you had 4 tackles and 2 interceptions. Congratulations.
Thanks.
What school do you attend, and how old are you?
Eastside 15.
And how many years have you been playing within the city flag football program?
Almost all my life.
And when you went into overtime, what was the main thing that was going through your mind? Or what did your coaches tell you during the timeout?
Defense.
Defense?
Yeah.
Okay, do you guys think you attained all your goals for the game tonight, even though it was tied?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're here with the 2 valuable players. We're going to go back to Tim and back to the conclusion of the senior flag football program. Congratulations, fellas.
Thanks, Des. It was a great night at the All-Star Flag Football events, Adam.
That it was. We had 2 games that had a decision in our final game. The senior contest ended up in a 28-28 tie, and I'll tell you, very exciting football from all the kids that played in this program. All-Stars, the best in the area playing. It was just a great night of football here at Elder Field.
You know, we talked about how we bring kids from all throughout the city together, and it's a great thing. Obviously, we've just seen 2 outstanding athletes in Delmont Daniels and Robbie Frederick. You know, Delmont with the interceptions and with the great defense, and Robbie with the strong arm. We can see now why he's picked Dan Marino as his favorite player. But really, things like this don't happen. And we'd really like to take this moment to thank the people from CLV TV35, Kerry Polachase, our director, Dennis Knowles, Henry Picterna, Kathy Allen, Greg Camp, and Adam, for you coming out and spending time and making this really happen.
Well, it was my pleasure to come out here. I like getting involved with what's happening in the city of Cleveland in the recreation department, and for all those that are out there watching the program and they want to know how to get involved, well, all they have to do is call the City of Cleveland Recreation Department to get all the information on all the types of programs that's being offered here in the city of Cleveland. And it's an opportunity, if you've got kids in the city, that they should get involved. If they haven't been able to, even the parents can get involved. It's a good program.
You know, Adam, we have a saying, and truthfully, all the people from behind the scenes, the recreation workers, the staff, they made it happen. Our hats go off to them. But we have a saying in our department that our dreams become achievements by everyone working together for the common good of our citizens. And that really happened here tonight.
Well, we'd like to thank everybody for watching the ball games tonight. And Tim, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. And we'll wrap it up here from Elder Field at Brookside Park. The final score in our last game, it was a 28-28 tie. You're watching TV35 Sports. Have a good evening, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed today's game. Make sure you head over to our YouTube channel, TV20 Cleveland, and subscribe to get the latest videos. I'm Christian Patterson. Thanks for watching TV20 Classic Sports.